Why is Clorox liquid bleach better than all bargain brands?
Better quality. Look, most bargain bleaches contain impurities that Clorox...
Bargain bleach has it. Nothing beats Clorox at getting out tough dirt and stains every time.
So next time, remember.
Better quality.
Splash Guard Spout. Unbeatable cleaning.
Clorox bleach is the better bleach.
Mommy, could we go for a nice, juicy new Whopper at Burger King? Come on, Mommy, you know you want one. Oh, that flame-broiled beef on a Big Mac and Wendy's single for best taste. I like mine dripping with cheese. Can't you taste it now, Mommy? Come on, Mommy, race to Burger King.
The big beefy new Whopper at Burger King.
Mommy, what are we waiting for?
Covergirl nail slicks. Nail color drenched in super wet shine, so it looks this rich, this dazzling.
Even when it's dry. For color that looks wet, even when it's dry. Wear Covergirl nail slicks.
The mascara professional models demanded.
Look at the brush, professional.
Look how the rich, fiber-free formula covers evenly. Stays on.
Covergirl's demanded it. Why not you?
Professional mascara, only from Covergirl.
Tuesday, kick off the evening with Tony and Angela. They're a winning team.
I'm like the quarterback out on the field.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like the coach.
Who's the boss? And following Three's a Crowd at 9, 8 Central, it's got good taste.
Rip off all your clothes and see if he reacts.
Great tunes.
I guess you say.
And it's a little offbeat.
Okay, now it's your turn. You pick a song. Listen, Jackass. I don't know that one.
It's Moonlighting, followed by Life's Most Embarrassing Moments, Tuesday.
You'll love it.
Strike. Tonight's ABC's Sunday Night Movie will continue in a moment.
Back pain. 4 out of 5 Americans suffer its misery sometime during their lives. Dr. Tim Johnson separates fact from fallacy Monday on World News Tonight.
Being an all-round cowboy isn't always a case of throwing a perfect loop. Sometimes it's a sack of potatoes. And when you're ready for a second opinion, whoosh, head to the beer brewed natural as a mountain stream for a taste as smooth as its name. Whoosh.
Well, that was really good. Want some more? Sure.
Head for Bush beer.
Head for the mountains.
Introducing delicious Breyers ice cream and the bean test. What kind of beans go into vanilla ice cream? This one has locust beans. This Breyers has just milk, cream, sugar, and real vanilla beans. You can see them here. And best of all, you can taste them here.
Breyers all-natural ice cream. Nothing but pure enjoyment.
Police are investigating 2 Sunday morning murders. Join us for news at 10.
And now we continue with Strike.
What's America's newest bundle of energy? The new Energizer AA battery. It's supercharged.
Supercharged, like you, Mary Lou. This new Energizer AA is the longest-lasting Energizer ever. Supercharged to give you power no other battery in the world can beat. Tell him, Mary Lou.
Remember, you only get out of it what you put into it. So energize it.
Nothing beats the mighty new Energizer.
Now supercharged.
How can you tell if a woman has finesse? Just look at her hair.
Sometimes you need a little finesse. Sometimes you need a lot.
Finesse is the oil-free conditioner you control with time. Use it a few seconds for light conditioning or a few minutes for deep conditioning. The longer you leave it on, the more it conditions. And now introducing new Finesse with a cleaner rinsing formula that leaves your hair fuller than ever before.
Once again, Denny's Grand Slam breakfast is at the remarkably low price of $1.99. And just look at all you get. 2 large fresh eggs, 2 juicy sausage legs, 2 strips of sizzling bacon, and 2 pancakes with hot syrup and butter. Denny's Grand Slam breakfast, only $1.99 through the end of October. And only at Denny's, where you'll like our prices and you'll love our food.
When do you say LA?
You know, I used to tend bar, and I've observed that sometimes when you're having a good old time, it's possible to get a little carried away. That's why I like LA from Anheuser-Busch. LA tastes great and has just half the alcohol. And sometimes that's a darn good idea. Like my daddy used to say, the real trick to carrying on is not getting carried away.
That's beautiful. LA, sometimes it's the perfect thing to say.
Tomorrow, the judge is back on the bench.
Here he comes from out of a nightmare.
Hardcastle and McCormick. Then it's the season opener of ABC's Monday Night Football. Join Frank, Joe, and OJ when the Washington Redskins attack the Dallas Cowboys. All starting at 8/7 Central.
Go Rabbits!
When it comes to cleaning the bathroom,
Let us do your dirty work.
so you can make a clean getaway. Now bathroom cleaner with scrubbing bubbles.
Let us do your dirty work. Oh, you ain't got this thing if you ain't got that thing. Oh, you ain't got a thing if you ain't got that cling.
Handy Wrap 2 with Cling Plus has twice as much cling as old Handy Wrap, so it seals in freshness and flavor longer.
Max Factor was the man who made generations of moviegoers see red. From Rita Hayworth's Slush Lips to the red-hot glamour of Marilyn Monroe. Now, Max Factor's passion for red comes roaring back in fashion with the great glamorous reds. Rich, bold, non-stop colors to light up the season's most dazzling looks. Go ahead. Go red. With Max Factor, the glamour goes on. Thanks, Max.
Friday, Priscilla Presley reveals shocking new secrets about her life with Elvis, plus Barbra Streisand and Princess Caroline in the all-new Barbara Walters special.
Tonight's movie, Stripes, starring Bill Murray, will continue in a moment.
An ABC News Brief brought to you by Arid Extra Dry Aloe Essence Scent. Now from Washington, Tom Gerald.
Good evening. There are reports from Thailand tonight of a successful coup by a group of military commanders. Tanks were seen rolling up to government buildings, and coup organizers warned other military personnel against interfering with the takeover. Coup leaders announced on Radio Thailand they're trying to save the country's deteriorating economy. As Congress resumes work on a bill of stern punitive measures against South Africa, President Reagan is preparing to announce limited economic sanctions of his own tomorrow. They're expected to include a ban on the sale of the gold Krugerrand and a ban on most new bank loans to South Africa. Now this.
Welcome, everyone. I hope everybody's having a wonderful hump day. Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. I'm having a pretty decent week, despite the weather. It's not too bad. I mean, it's whatever, but I like it when it's sunny. And it's easier to get motivated when it's sunny for me. So, but it's been like cold and drabby and, rainy and gross, and it's whatever. But yeah, the week is going by because I thought it was Tuesday, even though I acknowledged the fact that it was Tuesday yesterday. And I still Haven't had anything to drink since New Year's. So yeah. Wow, it's been a month now that I think about it. And it's really like I'm not even really thinking about it. It's like one of the first times I've thought about it. It's really easy. It's really, really easy to just simply focus on going to the gym. Now, the edibles make it easy too. I'm not gonna lie about that. That definitely helps. But yeah, it's really nice to focus on what I'm gonna do here and go to the gym as much as possible. And it's really, really head clearing. It's nice. So I highly recommend that to anyone. So, and I felt like kicking it with you guys tonight. I really, really did. But I was like, I'm not gonna lie. At one point, I was sitting there like, man, it'd be cool to like, throw a live and hang out with everybody. But I don't know what to go live about. I don't have any idea. And then I'm just scrolling through YouTube, and I'm just like, wait, what? Wait. Like normally when I don't have anything to go live about, I'll do Karen videos. And MGL just put out a Karen video? Is it my birthday? Is it Christmas already? Again? What? So I played about 5 seconds of it just to make sure. And so you know how I like to do reactions here. You know how I like to do reactions. So we're gonna do a little reaction to this one. Because man, yeah, we're gonna go over a couple of things. Before I get into that, I want to talk about something real quick. I had this queued up, but let me just. And I wasn't even gonna say nothing, I wasn't even gonna say nothing, and then I see this post from Dolly Vision, right? And it's just like, because I honestly was feeling him, when it came to his brother, the loss of his brother. I was like, man, poor guy. You know what I mean? Like, that sucks for anybody, whether I like somebody or not. That has nothing to do with, grief. You know what I mean? Like, I no matter who that is, I feel bad for them, and but then he posts this, and I'm not even going to read the whole thing, and well, maybe I should, just to be fair. So it says, man, it's almost like a bad dream, but when you wake up, it don't stop. All I can do now is think about the good times. It makes me feel a little better that my mom's not alone anymore. People have been asking what they can do to help. This is something only time will heal, but thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I know my family thanks you for all the well wishes in this hard time. This is a lot to deal with on its own, but at the same time, I have all these crazy ladies attacking me on YouTube. Like, wait a second. Okay. Because I mean, that right there, it went from something like really sweet, like it was really kind, like really eloquent too, like well written for Dolly and his vocabulary. You know what I mean? It was nice, and then it takes this little left turn here, and then starts going after these women. Crazy ladies attacking me on YouTube. I got court in a week where I could go to jail for a year for something I didn't even do. Made up by the lady who tried to keep my dog. I'm trying to scrape up the money now to try to get a good lawyer. If you got a few bucks, you can help with my legal fund. I will give you the biggest hug ever if I ever get to meet you. I don't want to go to jail for something I didn't do. And then there's the Cash App link, the Venmo link, the PayPal link. And then says, guys, this is for my legal stuff only. Please don't send nothing for my brother or family. Our family will take care of that. We don't even have all the info on that yet. Soon as I can hold back the tears, I will be live with you guys. Rest in peace, Mike. I mean, like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's just so hard to sympathize with someone when they e-beg like that. I mean, I guess everybody's different. It's just that I don't know if I would be so judgmental and critical about seeing this post if Dolly wasn't Dolly. You know what I mean? Like, if he wasn't consistently Dolly, I don't know if I would be quick to look at that and be like, man, that's fucking shitty. Because here's the thing about me, and this is me, because I'm private, and I know a lot of people are not like me. I get that. I'm a private guy for the most part, and I when it comes to like a death in the family, I'm gonna be really private about that. If I can help it, nobody on YouTube is gonna know about that. You know what I mean? Like the fact that the whole world knew, and then you had Betty like making it the entire live stream when she's at MGL's house. The whole live stream, when Betty gets the mic, is talking about Dolly's brother. You know what I mean? Like that would get on my nerves. So here I am thinking, man, that's, Betty's like really overstepping boundaries here. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, man, that's, to me, I don't know. I would be really private about it. I don't like, it makes me uncomfortable, even though I know it's coming from a good place. It makes me uncomfortable when I get bombarded with my thoughts and prayers are with you, praying for you, and it's not a religious thing. I mean, the thought is nice. Someone praying for me is very nice. What I'm saying though is just being bombarded with that. And are you okay? If there's anything I can do, let me know, blah, 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 blah. And it just makes me uncomfortable. I don't want that kind of attention. I just want to grieve on my own. I just want to mourn by myself. I've always kind of been like that. Whenever somebody that I care about dies, I might call somebody up and be like, fuck, but like, there's no fucking way, if I can help it, anybody on YouTube's ever going to know about it, if I can help it. And I just couldn't. I mean, I'm not going to say that Dolly sounds guilty because he doesn't have a lawyer and because he feels like he needs a lawyer. It's his absolute right, and it's a smart thing to do to try to get a lawyer in his situation. I've said many times, and I will still say it, if I'm guilty or innocent, you get me in a situation where cops put handcuffs on my back because they think I'm connected to something or think I did something, I'm not saying a word, and I'm simply saying I would like a lawyer. That's it. Now, if he's facing criminal charges, this is what I don't understand. If he's facing criminal charges, is he not entitled to a public defender? You know what I mean? So he's worried about going to jail, and he's saying, and he's asking people for money in the same thing where he's talking about his brother. And he's asking people for money for a defense. But I mean, I would never do that. You know, if it's a criminal thing, I might do that for a civil thing, you know, like under the fucking slim chance that I do something and it's in the right ball in the right side of the court of morality, but yet someone still has grounds to sue me, and they do. Like under those circumstances, in those circumstances alone, can I imagine myself saying, you know, hey, I could really use some counsel, guys. So anything you can do to help me out, you know, because, and that's if I did something that, like I said, was on the right side of the court when it comes to morality, and my audience is backing me up and feels that I was right. Only those circumstances can I imagine where I would want to ask for help because I would be desperate. But if I'm facing criminal charges and I know I didn't do anything, public defender is going to be fine. But I'm definitely going to get a lawyer. You know what I mean? But if I'm facing criminal charges, dude, public defender, especially if I'm innocent, public defender's got to be fine. I mean, they have to prove that he did this. You know? I mean, that's how this is. And if he's that worried about it, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I mean, I feel bad for his family, for their loss, but right now I'm not feeling real bad about what he's going through as far as these accusations go, in the sense that the way that he's handling it. You know, I don't know. Me personally, like, I wouldn't have the audacity to tell my entire community, hey, I need all the help I can get to get a lawyer because I'm in trouble. But I didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, how do you already know that you're going to be condemned? Why are you that scared? I would not be that worried if I was innocent, because it would take a lot to have to prove that. You know what I mean? Something like that, after it's taken place so long ago, it would take a lot to be able to prove that Dolly did these things at this Ryan Upchurch concert. So why? I mean, to me, I in theory, honestly, I mean, I'm not in that position, but in theory, I would think, well, I would just get a public defender. If you're going to charge me, if you've got enough to charge me, and I want a lawyer. Simple. But I don't know, man. But so we're going to turn the page here. This is apparently, I guess it's Ashley's furniture. Becky G, thank you so much. Totally off topic, but I love animals. Can we see your baby? I've never seen him, her. If not tonight, then sometime soon. Yeah, it'd have to be sometime soon because Panda's not down here. She's upstairs. But yeah, man, thank you. Yeah. Eventually I'm gonna set something up here, folks, that, like, because if you guys remember, before I moved, I used to stream from the couch, and there, you know, Panda would just get up on the couch and just sit behind me and just hang out with me during the streams. And many a times she's down here, but she's on the floor and you can't see her because she's not in camera shot. But I might try to set something up in the near future, if I can, to where we can still have Panda in the shot hanging out with us, because she's a ham and she likes being live. But yes, Becky G, thank you. I promise I will work on that.
They were a little upset because of how they were treated by the delivery people, and instead of delivering,
take that out.
But you're a professional. You're here.
Okay.
But you can't talk to somebody.
Here is the very beginning of this thing, understand, Molly had just pulled out her phone and started recording. BHB saw her do it. Now, all of a sudden, and this representative, this customer service representative, knows that she is filming now too. So what's going on now is everyone's calmed down. All of a sudden, we're hearing BHB talk calmer than she's ever talked in any interaction with any human being that you've ever heard yet since she started on YouTube. I mean, listen to that.
Can't treated by the delivery. They were a little upset because of how they were treated by the delivery people, and instead of listening,
take that out.
But you're
okay, right there. So now she's all calm and she's like, "We're just upset at what happened with the delivery driver, blah 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 blah." But this lady doesn't want to hear. Because basically what happened, and it's perfectly safe to assume that what happened was both of them were trying to show off for the other and decided to treat this lady like shit. Especially since we know them both to have said racist comments many, many times. We know one of them to be a racist for sure. And this is not slander, folks, because we have proved that BHB is absolutely a racist. So we're seeing what right now, all of a sudden, now she's calm and cool and she's being real respectful. But we know that the two of them were feeding off each other and acting like assholes and treating this lady like absolute shit. And she's just at work trying to do her job. And then they're like, okay, well, we're going to film her and we're going to twist this around and make it look like she was the one attacking us.
Professional. You're here, but you can't talk to somebody.
And you can't talk to me any type of way either.
I'm
I'm
not.
human just like you.
Fascia, we paid for the furniture. They need to come back and not have it on my lawn. Just they could have brought it. They left their tools there. Their tools are in my house, and my furniture was on the lawn.
Okay, but when you're calling a place, you can't just think that you're going to talk any type of way and expect me to help you.
Gotcha.
But in all fairness, I've been respectful to you, and you've already started correcting me when I've been nothing but nice.
I was trying to explain to you guys earlier on the phone that I don't have no communication with the delivery team, and whoever was on the phone kept yelling over me. I'm good. I don't care about this job for real.
Translation, my self-respect being compromised is not worth me and sitting here and dealing with you. It's just not. Like, my paycheck is not enough. I can get a job like this anywhere. And as a matter of fact, anyone can, anywhere, because nobody else wants to work. So there are an abundance of places, I guarantee you, in her vicinity to where she can go work if she needs to. She does not give a fuck about getting up and walking out, because that place is also probably understaffed, and she's probably one of the only reliable people there. And I quit my job for those reasons. I even did a whole live stream on it, like the day of. And I was explaining. And the whole thing was about having self-respect and knowing your self-worth. And this lady she's like, this is a fucking job, dude. I'm not going to put my soul on the line for this fucking job, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm putting my soul on the line by taking your shit. No, I'm not doing that.
Great.
But you're not going to call and you're going to talk to me any type of way.
Okay. So you don't care about this job. Is this a corporate store or is this a franchise?
Wow.
Call and find out.
Of course you went there. Yeah, look, dude,
Yes,
I would so just be like, yeah, tell them I said that. Would you like me to tell them that I don't care about this job? Would you like me to get on the phone with them and tell them that I don't care about this job? Because that's how reliable people in the workplace right now have it. A bunch of you in my chat, you guys got jobs. A bunch of you in my chat are the reliable ones at your jobs. And you know goddamn well that if you work in the service industry in any way, shape, or form, you got that shit. You have it like that. You're only there because of your work ethic. That's it. Your work ethic. You being a decent person says, you give me a paycheck, I give you what you ask for. You know what I'm saying? You get the best out of me for that. I'm missing memberships. Now, I saw people are like, they're not showing up here. Hold on. Becky G gifted 5 memberships. And I think you gifted 5 members. Somebody gifted 5 memberships way earlier too. So congrats to everybody who got gifted those memberships. Yeah, Becky G did that. Well, no. Somebody did it at the beginning of the stream, and I just can't go that far. So, but thank you to everyone who got for being here and got memberships, and congratulations to you. And thank you for gifting them, Becky G. Yeah, any one of you right now, if any one of you work in the service industry, okay, and you're understaffed where you work, you could literally be in her position right now, get on the phone with your boss and be like, yeah, listen, I don't give a fuck about this job. This lady wanted to call you because I just told her that I didn't give a fuck about this job. I'm here to tell you too. Like, I just want to tell you that I don't give a fuck about this job, but I'm here. I mean, if you want to fire me, you can fire me, but I mean, I'm here. I'm just listening to these ladies just being Karens and whatever. But anybody who works in the service industry's probably got it like that. Now, I'm not saying to literally go and do that. Don't do that. I'm just saying, this is entertainment, folks. All right. I'm just saying that the job market right now is so abundant because nobody wants to work. So these places need people. You know what I mean? And she could easily get any other job paying the same thing, doing the same thing anywhere, as long as it's a pretty decent populated area. You know, as long as there's enough people and businesses and residences around. Yeah, she's going to be fine.
Are you recording?
Absolutely.
301 782 3802.
Hold on.
As a matter of fact. Okay. So you don't care about this job. Is this a corporate store or is this a franchise?
No, you can call and find out if you want.
Okay, I'll be happy to.
All right. Would you like the phone number?
Yes, I would. As a matter of fact.
You ready?
Are you recording? Absolutely.
301 782
Oh my God. That is fantastic, dude. That is fantastic. This lady's my hero, bro.
I'd cancel your order.
Of course you would, Karen. Like, you were literally like, they're graced. They don't even know.
Hates working.
They don't even know that they are graced with the presence of Florida's most notorious, infamous Karen. Literally. Like, that's not even like, no, let me think about that. No, you name me somebody from Florida who's bigger Karen than her. Go. Because you can't, you won't, there's no way. Okay? It's not possible. There's no such thing as a woman or man in Florida that's a bigger Karen than BHB. Guaranteed. Calamity Jade, thank you so much. She's wearing her press badge. Oh my God, dude. This is ridiculous. Like they don't even know that they're in Karen. Karen royalty has graced Ashley Furniture's presence. It's amazing.
You can tag me if you want.
You got.
Thank you.
This lady's awesome.
We're not being rude.
Customer service.
I want her on. I don't go after this lady. I'm just saying, man, how cool would it be though? You know what I mean? To just have her up here. And then we could just and I'll just play fucking BHB and MGL videos and we'll like roast her the whole fucking time. Bring Toast up here. It'll be a blast. If she reaches out to me, look, my power just went out. My heater just blew. I have to go click the well, you know what? I'll just leave it like this. I don't really give a shit. Now I'm gonna have to go click that thing and put on my jacket. Listen, I'm gonna play this a couple of times, okay?
Service. You're trying to do customer service.
Thank you, Cynthia Marie. Thank you so much.
So you can call customer service or corporate or whoever you want, and you can deal with that yourself, because that's what I would be doing. I would be emailing corporate customer service for you, but you can do it yourself. Thank you. Have a good day.
She's not even a big customer.
She ain't. That's the homeowner. Hi.
Hi.
Talk to people like that. Wow.
Yeah, and look how you talk to people. Yeah, now. Girl, bye. Okay, can you leave? Thank you. Goodbye. God damn. Go forward.
Whoa.
I can call the cops on you for harassing me. You're sitting here recording about some goddamn.
I'm being recorded.
No, those cameras don't work.
Oh, that.
No, they don't.
I was just waiting so I could ask a question, but he cut in front of me.
Because you're done. Goodbye.
No, I had another question.
Well, I'm not gonna
Okay.
answer.
You're not gonna answer?
I don't have to help you. You can call corporate customer service.
Okay.
So fucking rude. I can't stand when y'all come in here and act like y'all can talk to anybody.
I didn't. I've said
Can
very
you
little.
leave?
I've said.
Oh
very
my
little.
God.
She's asking you nice.
I've been nice to y'all all day on the phone. Can you leave?
You've never talked to me on the phone.
Are you the homeowner?
I'm one of the homeowners.
Can you leave?
I can in a second.
Thank you. Goodbye. God damn.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it back some, guys, because I had to go flip that breaker. But
Well, I'm recorded every time I walk in here, so
We'll talk to you later.
I would cancel
This
your
lady is
your order.
I love this lady.
Face
Face
working.
You can tag me if you want, sweetie.
I got stuff I gotta take care of.
Thank you.
Excuse me. I don't leave.
So rude. I don't
We're not being rude.
This dude's like, I don't want no part of this.
You're trying to do customer service, and you expect somebody to help you, and you're being rude. So you can call customer service or corporate or whoever you want, and you can deal with that yourself, because that's what I would be doing. I would be emailing corporate customer service for you, but you can do it yourself. Thank you. Have a good day. She ain't.
That means get the fuck
That's
out.
the homeowner. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, and look how you talk to people. Yeah, now. Girl, bye. Okay, can you leave?
Wow.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I love this lady.
Damn.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
You for harassing me. You're sitting here
Seriously.
recording about some goddamn.
I'm being recorded.
No, those cameras don't work.
Oh, that.
No, they don't.
I was just waiting so I could ask a question, but he cut in front of me.
This is fantastic.
Because you're done. Goodbye.
No, I had another question.
Well, I'm not going to answer.
You're not going to answer?
I don't have to help you. You can call corporate customer service.
Okay.
So fucking rude. I can't stand when y'all come in here and act like y'all can talk to anybody.
I've said very
you
little.
Leave?
I've said very
Can
little.
you leave? She's asking you nice. I've been nice to y'all all day on the phone. Can you leave?
You've never
So
talked to
they've
me on the
been-
phone.
Are you the homeowner?
I'm one of the homeowners.
Can you leave?
I can in a second.
Thank you. Goodbye. God damn.
This lady's awesome. Man.
Oh, so you know each other?
No, I don't, but I'm a
He's
respectful
a
customer.
good customer here.
And I got my information. I don't want it all on your.
I'm a paying customer as well.
Okay, and you're rude also.
No, I'm
and
not
you
rude.
Can call customer
Not at all.
service if you want.
Not at all.
Can you leave?
I can leave when I'm ready to go.
Goodbye
I just have.
before I called the cops on you. Goodbye. God, Lisa sitting here recording all up in my face. I can really say something. You're not supposed to be recording me. Now, can you leave?
You're asking me to leave?
Please do.
I mean, they're just harassing this poor lady. She's just trying to do her job. There are other people that need help.
I wanted to know.
I don't have to answer your questions. Can you leave?
She's
What do
ready
you
to
mean
get
you know how I
physical.
am?
Can you leave?
Like, yo.
I don't.
See, and this is what's messed up because
Damn, I hate Karen.
you nailed it. You nailed it. That is definitely a pair of Karens. Now, what I find like I this lady, this poor woman has no idea. She doesn't know, nor does she care in her defense, but she doesn't know what she's dealing with because she's ready to get physical with them. And they are going to milk that for content forever. They're gonna put this lady's information out. They would turn this lady's life upside down, her family's life upside down, because they went in there, harassed somebody, hid behind, hey, we're not touching you, we're not touching you, we're not touching you. And then the lady ends up doing what? Like knocking somebody the fuck out, right? Then her life gets turned completely upside down because she doesn't know the type of people that she's dealing with. They'll dox the fuck out of her and her family and make her life a fucking living hell. All because this lady was just like, I'm not going to put up with your shit. That's the kind of people that these people are. These are shitbags, dude. This lady's just trying to work, man. She's just trying to work.
Karen, what's going on?
I don't know.
And they're playing nice and innocent.
I'm just wait. He went in front of me.
Because you're done.
No, I'm not.
She got the customer service.
walked
line.
away.
And she's the one recording, okay? Keep that in mind because she's the one recording, and we know that we've seen her on her own live streams flip the fuck out on people in chat, flipped the fuck out on Princess, flipped the fuck out on anybody. Like, we've seen her act more irrational than anybody else that I've ever seen. Like, and so we all know that this is just her trying to get a rise out of this woman so that the woman will take it to a physical level and they can ruin her life and make it content. Play victim, sad fish, and grift money as victims for however long it takes, however long they can.
Away.
Can you leave?
No, I wanted the number. I asked. I didn't.
You telling you the number. Now
No,
leave.
no. I want the
Google
number
it.
to the delivery service.
You anything I
That's all I asked. You said that you can't help me because you're not connected to
Are
the
you
delivery.
Walter?
No, that's my husband. That's my account. How can I get in touch with the delivery?
Ma'am, come on.
Wait.
Come on.
How can I get?
Who's Walter? Just waiting for chat to answer me. Walter is Adrian. Okay, I thought so. Okay.
Can I get in touch with the delivery
Delivery
service?
purpose? All right, I'll take care of that.
Okay. Thank you for your help. You were very kind. Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Wow. She said she hates her job. No. They recorded. No one was smart. You're gonna. Did you just say? Did you just threaten me?
Wow.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Let's go.
I just want the furniture I paid for. No. I wanted to ask you if I could have the number
ma'am, I'll
to
take
the
care of that.
delivery service.
Ma'am, I'll take care of this.
See, here's the thing is this is how Karens operate. See, Karens have this sense of entitlement that does this one particular certain thing among many other things, but in particularly this is it makes them kind of blind to the obvious. And what happens is Karens, their sense of entitlement gives them a certain delusion of grandeur. And that delusion of grandeur allows them, or it does not allow them to give the police, let's say, enough credit to be able to review the content and go, well, you're the aggressor. Just because you're being nice, she asked you 100 times to leave, and this is private property. She has the right to refuse service to anybody. She has that right. So every time she's asking you to leave, because if I'm a cop, that's what I'm going to do. But see, these Karens, they don't think this way. They don't give cops that much credit. They think that they're smarter than everybody. But we see that you're the aggressor just because you're disguising your tone and claiming to be calm and saying, hey, I'm not doing anything wrong. I just need the number to this. Are you threatening me? Oh my goodness. A person who we've seen threaten people in fits of anger. A person who we've seen do that many times. Two people that we've seen do that many times. And they were clearly being antagonistic to this woman. Yes, absolutely gaslighting. But they were absolutely deliberately antagonizing this woman. And only two people who refuse to work, who feel like the world owes them their living. Somebody owes them a living where they could just sit around and stuff their faces, fall asleep and wake up with chocolate stuck to their asses, fart and burp on live streams all day. Only people with that kind of entitlement would ever have that lack of respect for somebody at their day's work. I mean, that's just a fact. Like, these are the shittiest people on YouTube. Easily. Look at this shit. Like, this is Molly Golightly's content. This is her video. She posted this thinking that she's exposing Ashley Furniture for something, when all she's doing is exposing that she went in there and harassed the fuck out of a lady who wasn't willing to put up with her shit. And all of their content is them imposing their bullshit on people and watching them just be like, I just don't want any confrontation. I'll just take it, whatever. And just succumb to their bullying. But now somebody stuck up for themselves. and it's just so clear that they were antagonizing this poor woman.
Ma'am. Oh my God. Wow. And I get called a Karen?
Isn't that rich?
Oh.
Isn't that fucking rich right there? BHB talking about how somebody needs to lose their job. Isn't that just fucking precious? Like, how about you get one before you start shitting all over everybody else for having one? You know, like...
Oh, all right. So, all right, you want to know something?
You need to cancel your start. You need to cancel everything.
Cancel it all.
Don't ever. This will be blasted on YouTube.
YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
Walter's my husband.
All right, thank you.
Wow. I get called a Karen?
She hit somebody. You guys have had a lawsuit out your ass. Just saying.
Like, they're not... They don't have a case, dude. I'm not even a lawyer, and I'm telling you, they don't have a case.
I mean, they had cute stuff.
This is a case against them. This video is a case against them.
Whoa.
Unreal, dude. I mean, that's true. True crime dime, sort of. It's kind of true. True. You don't get called a Karen unless you're Karening. Well, sometimes the Karens will try to, like, what's the word? I guess project. They project, and they'll call somebody else the Karen when they're the one Karening. I used to go over these videos all the time. It happens like all the time. I used to go over just Karen videos. Like, this was a pair of Karens. A pair of, like, literally professional Karens. I mean, I love how they call themselves press and investigators and blah, blah, blah. But really, all you two idiots are just pro Karens. You get paid to Karen. That's what you get paid to do. You're using that solid, indisputable proof of you Karening as content. It's crazy. It's so bizarre. It's amazing. I want to go over something else here. Let me just do this. All right.
Women that don't know how to keep their legs closed and then complain because they were used and abused because they allowed themselves to be used and abused. He's a dude. Okay. You know what we do?
Okay. Like this, that's really, really bad. That's really bad, Betty. It gets worse, but
do with Jews keep their legs closed. And, you know, Dolly lost his brother and it was not expected. And, you know, he's getting beat up by these vindictive women that don't know how to keep their legs closed and then complain because they were used and abused because they allowed themselves to be used and abused. He's a dude. Okay. You know what?
Let me get this straight. So a woman who gets abused, it's because she allowed herself to get abused, according to you, and what you're saying here. Because that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you saying that these women didn't keep their legs closed and therefore they allowed themselves to get used and abused. And it's all good. Like, they should have expected it because Dolly's a guy. So, you know, since he's a guy, they should have just expected to get used and abused. I can't even tell you how despicable that is. Honestly, I don't even really know how to address it, if I'm being totally honest, because that's a really, really fucked up. Like, that is beyond insulting to literally every abuse victim. And only an abuser would say something like that. And here she is trying to convince us all that she is a victim of abuse, but is clearly, by her actions, clearly incapable of relating to a victim in any way, shape, or form, on any level. She cannot, because that is not something that any victim of abuse would ever say. This would easily trigger any real victim of abuse. This is a slap in the face, pardon the term, but to literally everybody who's ever been a victim. That's 17 seconds in of a minute and 50-second video.
You know what we do with dudes? We know how to close our legs. Okay. You don't meet a guy on freaking the internet, send him a picture of yourself, meet him in an undisclosed place. You get what you asked for, and don't cry a river when you realize you were just a notch. Seriously.
Okay. See, the problem with that, Betty, is this girl claims to have said no. She claims to have been assaulted. I'm going to tell you right now, because I take these things very seriously, because a lot of times I'll just laugh at what she says, but this is one of those things that there's no humor in this at all, to me. If I'm being completely honest, there's no humor in this at all. You ladies, okay, men too, but you have every right to share your likeness in whatever state you wish to share it with another consenting adult. And you should never be shamed for it. You should never be judged for it. And by all means, it does not allow someone the right to you in any way, shape, or form. It does not give anyone the right to violate you in any way, shape, or form, violate your privacy, violate your self-respect, your boundaries, your personal space. I don't think that I can actually take the time and go over listening to her say these things without telling you what you already know, but just it's just a reminder, because that much gross is too much for me to not like address in a serious manner, and just remind you that just because you trusted someone with parts of you that are very private, because you shared that intimacy with someone else, that does not make you any less than. And it doesn't make you any less than your own. It does not give anyone else any rights over you. So for her to say that she got what she wanted. And to think that that could have been by force makes that statement that much more disgusting. It's a disgustingly violent statement. It's vile, violent, it's mucky. I can't describe how gross I find that comment. If it turns out that this poor girl was taken by force. Now, again, before I start judging Dolly, I stand by what I said before. I need evidence of that, but I'm not about to sit here and say that she deserved it for any way, for any reason at all. Nobody deserves to have their personal selves, your beings. That is you. That is yours. 100%. It's all we really got on this earth. It's all we really got. When it boils down to when you really boil it down and think about it, that's all you really got is yourself, your body, your being, your thoughts, everything that makes you you. And nobody has rights over that unless you agree to something in a sort of pact, in a pact of intimacy in some way, shape, or form. That's what makes it so beautiful. That's what makes sharing it so beautiful, because it can't be taken. That intimacy, it can't be taken. It has to be given. The physical act can be taken, and that's what makes it so disgusting. But the intimacy, the beauty behind it, that has to be given. That can never be taken. That's what makes it so beautiful. And for her to talk about it like this makes me sick.
Seriously, grow up. And if you don't want to be treated like that, maybe you need to look at yourself. I'm just saying. And whatever, any woman that sends a freaking a photo of themselves nude to a man, seriously, do not cry when you're easy. Okay, let me just explain this. People that are easy are probably not worth it, right? So if you want somebody to actually see you, you probably should, be a little.
Okay, ladies, listen up. Okay, now we're gonna get into a little bit of the humor. Thank God. But
resistant. Make them work for it. Have some state. So if you want to see, are probably not worth it.
Okay, now listen up, ladies, because I want you to keep in mind as you listen to this sound advice, who it's coming from has been on her channel live, hammered drunk, alone from the bar, decided to stream and whine and bitch about the fact that she's been single for 5 years and she just can't get any D. I mean, this is the person that's giving all of her female listeners dating advice? Betty. I mean, Betty. You don't get to give people dating advice. Okay? Anybody who, I mean, this is beyond MGL being a life coach. You know what I mean? Her being a relationship. Yeah.
Right?
I've never seen anyone more thirsty than Betty. I'm telling you that right now. I'm marking that. I'm marking that as fact. Okay? Met a lot of women. Okay? Interacted with a lot of them on YouTube here. Most of you guys are women. Never have I seen anybody that thirsty. Ever. Like, easily. Never seen a bigger Karen. Never seen a thirstier person ever. Becky G, thank you so much. I don't often look for a man, but when I do, I don't use a bullhorn. Good point. Yeah, that's a probably good. That's a good approach. Is yeah, leave the bullhorn behind.
So if you want somebody to actually see you,
listen up, ladies.
You probably should, be a little resistant. Make them work for it. Have some self-respect. Have some dignity for yourself. That way you probably won't be a vindictive woman that wants to throw a man in jail because you couldn't keep your legs closed. He's a guy. Just saying. And yes, people are going to say, oh my God, I can't believe Bullhorn Betty's saying that. Oh, she's so mean.
No, see, here's the thing is we can believe it. And we're not saying that you're mean. We're saying you're an asshole. We're saying you are a fucking piece of shit. Like, you are the lowest of the low. I have never heard anyone talk about a rape victim like that. Because you're even talking, that's the thing, is she's even talking as if Dolly's guilty of the crime. She wasn't defending him, saying he probably didn't do this. She was talking about it as if he actually did it. And basically saying that she deserved it. She was asking for it. I mean, dude.
She's so mean. No, I tell it like it is.
No, it's not how it is. That's not how it is. It's not how it is. I mean, yeah, dude, nothing makes me madder than victim blaming of SA victims. It makes me so mad. I'm trying to find something here, y'all. No, not that. Yeah, all I really planned on going over tonight was that was that stuff that I already did. I guess we just went right into it. Then of course there's this. Wait, never mind. You know what's so ironic? Let's watch this for a second. You know what's so ironic? Okay, this is a little out of left field, folks. Okay, but I'm gonna tie it in there if you're patient with me. But this is a little out of left field.
You see that sign on the side of the truck? That hospital.
You know there's a hospital.
No, it's right 8 miles down the road. But to be honest, you can follow us down to the squad.
Go to transportation, please. Can I go?
No, you can ride in the squad if they take you.
Fine, fine.
Chill.
Just shut up.
Okay, so this is a few years old. Okay, this is a few years old, but this is some big bad Antifa people. Now, not to get political or nothing like that, but I have no respect for Antifa. And this video is an example as to why. I find them to be very cowardly. And now I find the far right to be the same way. Don't get me wrong. I think that the people who stormed the Capitol are just as much a bunch of idiots too. But now this is just an example. Just pay attention to the behavior.
Fucking Uncle Tom, piece of shit.
Okay. Wait.
You see that sign on the side of the truck? That hospital.
You know there's a hotline out.
No, it's right 8 miles down the road. But to be honest, you can follow us down the squad.
Go to transportation, please. Can I go?
No, you can ride in the squad if they take.
Like, you see, this is big bad Antifa, and they're like, she's like begging and pleading with the police, even though, you know, if she's got a whole bunch of people, she's standing behind about 5 people while they're throwing bottles and stuff at these guys. But now she needs their help, you know. I love that.
If they take them.
Fine, fine.
Chill.
Just shut up. You
Fucking
gotta
Uncle
help.
Tom, piece of shit.
And then you see this guy filming, right? This guy filming is an Antifa guy too. And he just calls this gentleman of color an Uncle Tom piece of shit.
What you got to say, dude? I ain't afraid of your mask. I'm gonna tell you right now. But you ain't gonna talk to me like
Okay,
that.
so it wasn't the person filming, it was the guy behind the guy filming, but
You understand that? You understand me? I'm not gonna put up with your mask and your bullshit.
now do you see the similarity? There's a minor similarity here. There's a method to my madness here, folks. There's a minor similarity to this video and the video that we watched taking place at Ashley's Furniture. Now, different situations, different scenarios for sure. Very, very different. Very, like, extremely different, as a matter of fact. But the behavior is very similar. You have someone who is big and bad, and, you know, here he is, he's wearing a mask and blah, 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 but he's acting all big and bad and tough and has the audacity, a white man, to call this gentleman an Uncle Tom. That right there is unbelievably brazen. And here they are supposedly fighting for everyone's rights, right? Equality, right? But because this guy doesn't agree with their tactics and he's speaking up about it, well, then this white person, for some reason, all of a sudden has the right to call this man an Uncle Tom because he yells out Black Lives Matter. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. I can't imagine any scenario where I would ever feel that it's okay to call anyone an Uncle Tom. But here's this guy, and this is why I brought this up. Now, this guy is not a Trump supporter, right? We saw the two Karens who are big time Trump supporters at Ashley Furniture. But who are they acting like? Like, who are they acting like in this scenario? Where's the similarities? Because here's this guy, and what he's doing is he's acting all big, bad, and tough with his words, but he's staying calm, and he's standing still, and he's being antagonizing. He antagonized the guy, and he's hoping to elicit a physical response from him. Why? So he can play victim. Call himself a victim of violence. Well, I never swung first. I never hit anybody. But he's clearly the antagonist, is he not? But I find the irony humorous because here we are, these hardcore Trump supporters, and they're doing the same thing that they like to criticize Antifa for.
I'm not hyped up. I'm not going to put up with your shit. You understand?
Yeah, it's the same thing JLR does too.
You gotta stand there silent. Don't say another motherfucking word. I'll be watching your ass the rest of the day. I don't know where the fuck you're from, but you're not going to come here and talk to me like this.
See, this dude is rightfully fired up. This fucking little spoiled dickhead K-Dub, thank you so much for the super sticker. This little spoiled dickhead with his sunglasses on and his mask and his fucking hood, sitting here being loud and now acting tough and totally antagonize this gentleman. And what is this man supposed to do? This little fucking douchebag has no idea. He has no clue what it's like to walk in the shoes of this man right here. Has no idea, not even 10 seconds of what it's like to walk in this man's shoes and what he's had to put up with, what he has to listen to. You have no idea. This guy has no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue. But this kid damn sure doesn't. And so what is this gentleman supposed to do? Because he knows they're trying to elicit a response from him. But he can't keep quiet. His self-respect will not allow him to just sit there and fucking take that shit from a little fucker like him. And I don't blame him at all. I commend this guy for still speaking his mind, yet having self-control. Tracy, thank you so much for the super sticker.
Stick that mask up your motherfucking ass.
Can you imagine how I can't even imagine how annoying it is for a person of color having somebody like that speak for them? You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine. I can't even begin to imagine.
Why are you talking to him like that?
Why is he talking to me like that?
Because you've been fucking annoying
you know what?
since you got here.
Don't talk to me.
No, you stop talking to people.
Like,
You've been a fucking dick since you got here and you're not helping.
Who are the Karens here, dude? Who are the Karens? Let's just think about that for a second. It's clearly these two idiots. Oh, shit.
You see that sign on the side of the truck? That hospital.
Talking to people. You've been a fucking dick since you got here and you're not helping.
Don't fucking say a word. Watch me.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So pathetic. Like, that behavior is just, God, like, literally, like, BHB and MGL literally have nothing better to do than to go start shit with people. Like, I'm so grossed out over that BHB footage, dude. Like, it's just so infuriating. Like, if I'm Dolly, I'm like, dude, you are not fucking helping me. Like, I just need you to just don't talk about me no more. Don't even fucking mention my name. Like, that's crazy. Sorry, I'm just looking over at chat real quick. Yeah, like, what is that, man? Like, I'm going to roll up into Ashley's Furniture. I'm going to call them and bug them and bug them and bug them. And then I'm going to roll up. And even whatever their problem is, like, they're not getting it done. You can't tell me. Like, the one argument that MGL could have had is, well, I had this problem and I just wanted it fixed. But if that were the case, then she would have just taken the steps to get it fixed. She would have simply just gotten that phone number. As soon as the lady was telling her, would you like the number? And then said the number out loud. And she even recorded it. She could have stopped the recording and then been back, you know, can you repeat that number? No? Okay, well, I have you recorded on here, so I'm just going to, and then go back and listen to the number and then call the number and fix the problem. But no, that's not what she decided to do. What she decided to do was just completely and totally make a shit show out of it, antagonize that poor lady who's just trying to get through this first half of her week at work, or who knows what her schedule's like. But man, like anybody who's ever worked the service industry, you know, like you are blessed. Absolutely. Anybody who's ever worked the service industry, man, like, you know, and if you did it and you did it because you had to put food on the table, you had to keep a roof over your head, like anybody who's had to do that in order to like maintain themselves on a day-to-day basis, like, good for you. You know, people will never understand. People will never understand. Like, it takes it takes a certain stuff to be able to do that. It really does. You know, and I'm saying, you know, like if you were smart enough to like make good choices, you know, if you were smart enough to like make good life choices and avoid having to do that, kudos to you. Absolutely. Just the same. All I'm saying is, if you've ever had to do that and put food on the table, man, like, and take that shit day in, day out, good for you. Becky G, thank you again. Wow. Before you go, my name is Becky. Do you think I'm white? Does that make a difference? This is a think question to the chat. I don't care. No, it doesn't make a difference to me. I actually kind of love that about having a chat and you know, people having clever little handles and avatars and things of that nature. I like that. You know, I like that you, if you're smart about it, you have the choice to remain completely anonymous. I like that. You know, I like that people can take steps to protect their own privacy. I think that it sucks that they have to some degree, because you get assholes like the ones we've been talking about tonight, who just love to dox people, and that's the way that they try to get people. And it's just really pathetic and sad, if I'm being completely honest. I did see that. We could play that one more time. I still got coffee, so didn't I go over that? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't go over this. Hold on. Yeah, I don't even know where to find it. God, that's annoying. Okay. Oh no. I wish I knew which video it was on. I guess, what was it, last night? I think I went over this. Sorry, guys. I'm skimming through this to see if I can find. her rant on. Yeah, I did go over this. Yeah, I went over this yesterday. Thank you, Lisa Maxwell, for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over that again. Yeah, I did go over that. Her rant about how she was going after everybody and blah blah blah. Like I can't wait for that shit. I can't wait. Like at this point, so much she's done so much like really bad shit on YouTube to where like the more attention she brings onto herself, the worse it's going to get for her. That's exactly what happened to canceled Karen. Like as time goes on, the more her channel builds, the more attention she gets, like the more attention all of her past shit is going to get. And that shit's everywhere. She could delete it all day. It wouldn't matter because everybody's clipped it. I've reviewed it. Toast has reviewed it. Fucking every clip channel has clipped it. I mean, oh, you know what? No, I didn't do that. All right. Oh, wait. Hartley went over it, I think, didn't she? Yeah. Okay. I love Hartley.
Okay, ready? Here we go. This is the lady who is making changes against.
So if you remember, last night I was streaming BHB, right? I was streaming BHB and MGL. Well, I was streaming MGL because BHB was at MGL's house. So MGL is playing a voicemail from somebody or something like that. And then they go into, and I thought they were talking about somebody else, but apparently this is the person that they were talking about last night. But listen to this.
Cyber stalking and harassment.
Wait.
Again.
So let me set this up. So this person, her is a creator. Her name is Nonsense, and she just showed up on my feed. And then I guess the title got my attention, and then I went in the chat, and then I saw a bunch of people in there that I recognized. So, but I had never watched her channel before last night, and this is what happened while I was in her chat.
For those in the back, Blowhorn Betty to the rescue.
Rebecca, Becky, it's Bullhorn Betty. Just wanted to call you, say hi, babe. How you doing? Want to find out what your big deal is. Just trying to find out, what your problem is. I mean, my name is Andra. My real name is, and you being on Andrea Loop and all.
Now, this is somebody who BHB is claiming is harassing her. Okay. But when you're a victim of harassment, Betty, what you don't do is go out and contact the person who you claim is harassing you. And you don't antagonize them on a recording. Like you knew you were being recorded. Like you were literally talking into what you knew to be a recording that you have no control over. It's on her phone. So you're in here right now antagonizing this person, going, hey, this is Bullhorn Betty. Well, what's your problem? I'm just calling to find out what your problem is. Becky G, thank you. Yeah, I am, because I put him out. If you guys notice, I put them out. Thank you. I don't smoke the whole thing down to the filter like at once.
Oh, I'm just curious.
Dude, I bought this pack I got like 5 left, and I bought this pack 3 days ago. So,
You know, is there something I can do for you? Is there some kind of conversation we can have? Please, by all means, you see my number on your phone. Why don't you give me a call back, babe, before this gets any worse for you?
wow.
Have a good day.
That's so
Dr.
fucking
Mark.
funny too, because obviously she's been listening because Walter does the creepy "my dear" thing, and we were making fun of them. We were making fun of them for that, and that's when we asked you what you called me, and you said babe. She must be watching and realize that's what you call me, but her calling me babe is a whole new thing.
Dude. Like, she just called and threatened this person. Like, I love how she says that she knows the law, but she doesn't know the law very well. If she's claiming that she's being harassed, and then actually and the whole point of calling her and leaving a voicemail was to intimidate her, because that was her way of telling nonsense. Hey, I have your information now. I have your phone number. Like, haha, look who it is calling you, huh? Surprised to hear from me, aren't you? Basically. It was a sad, pathetic little attempt at intimidation to send a message saying, I can find you, which is really, really pathetic. And it's really creepy and fucked up. And that's the kind of thing that a court of law is going to see as threatening, not her talking about you on YouTube. So, yeah, she's getting there. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It's a short one tonight. I love you guys very much, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.